Greetings, loved ones, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a little, I don't know, DIY, maybe sustainable DIY kind of option for you guys. If you don't want to go out and buy a bunch of Bath & Body products, you can just make them at home. These recipes that I'm going to be sharing with you are 4 different recipes, and they seem pretty easy. So I wanted to make them with you guys today, have a little Bath & Body time. Welcome to my Bath & Body bar. There's a lot of ingredients over here, which we'll get into in a second, but I wanted to say the products I'm going to be making. First off, we are going to be making a perfume, and then I'm going to make a shampoo, and then a bug repellent, and then a face mask. So those are just 4 things that I thought were necessary to your summers, your upcoming fall, your lifestyle in general. You know, I think the bug repellent I maybe should have made a few months ago, and I have been getting bit since then. So, you know, there's no time like the present. We're gonna make it today. But we are going to first start off by making this perfume, okay? So what you're going to need is something to store your perfume in first. And this is a little paraphernalia that I got, and it had, well, it's not actually paraphernalia, but it was indeed that. There was like a joint situation in this glass vial that I just washed out, and I already smoked it, so now I have this vial just to use for perfumes and whatnot. But what you're going to need aside from that is some treated castor oil. We just had this in our medicine cabinet, so I grabbed that. And then you're just gonna choose like whatever essential oils of your desire. I think I'm going to be doing a rose and vanilla one because my vanilla essential oil is not soluble in water, but it is soluble in oil. So that being said, I think it'll be nice to mix these 2 together. So those are my options today. And basically what you're gonna do is just mix it all together, but you need some ratios, which I'll give you here today. Give me 1 second, I gotta pull my book out. I used this specific book in a DIY cleaning video that I did where I made 3 cleaning products, and I made them all from this homemade book. It's an old book, it's by Alexa Lett, and I think it's from like 2000 or something, or maybe the 90s. But all of the recipes like that I've used from here are great. So I'm going to be using another one today. Let's get into it. I'm gonna be doubling this recipe because this vial is pretty large, I'll be honest with you guys. But you can obviously, you know, cut it down if you so please. But what you're going to need here is 2 tablespoons of castor oil. 1, this is pretty thick and viscous. 2, and then 10 drops of essential oils of your choosing. So I'm gonna do 5 of rose and then 10 of vanilla. And then you just stir it all together. That smells great. Okay, this is just wonderful news. This is gonna be, yeah, really nice. I love this rose essential oil, by the way, so much. I feel like I've featured it in a I love this stuff recently. I hope that this perfume doesn't have undertones of Miss Marijuana because there's some weed residue still in here. I tried to power it out, but it's really not really coming out. This is most definitely our easiest recipe. You literally just have to stir them all together and then funnel them into your desired container. I thought this would yield a lot more because I doubled it, but as you can see, only half of this tube is full. Some is off on the side there, so I'm just gonna put that in on my skin. Wow, great. We have some perfume oil here for my pleasure to use. I will say though, it's a little sticky, if you will. Castor oil is like pretty thick and viscous, like I said, so it doesn't go on like just a regular liquid. Like it kind of looks like you have oil on you, but it does smell fantastic. I'm loving it. Okay, well that was worth it. Let's move on. The next thing I was going to make in here is called 911 shampoo. Somebody just used the last bit of shampoo. You are not in the mood to run to the market, so why not go in the kitchen and make your own? So this is just something that I'm gonna keep in a little bottle, and I'm going to put this in our guest bathroom so that people can have a little bit of shampoo action if they forget theirs at home, okay? So for this one, you're going to need water, dishwashing liquid, table salt, mineral oil, and then essential oils of your choosing. So I have all of those things here. And so this actually calls for a small non-reactive saucepan. I don't know what a reactive saucepan looks like, to be honest with you, but I think that the one I have over here, I believe this to be non-reactive, so I'm going to be using it today. So it says heat the water and the dishwashing liquid. 1 cup of water, and then 4 tablespoons of dishwashing liquid. This one is actually not lavender and mint scented, it's just in that bottle. What a shock. Meghan's using bottles that aren't correct bottles. And you're gonna heat this over medium heat. 2, 3, 4. Now we need a teaspoon of table salt and a teaspoon of mineral oil. I can do that. It actually says to gradually add in the salt and the mineral oil until it starts to thicken. So I'm just gonna kind of stir this bad boy around over here. Stir constantly. Get a load of this, you guys. It's getting a little cloudy up in here. I think it's supposed to be thicker than this though. So I'm gonna kind of wait a little bit on that one. I'm gonna take this off the heat and move it aside for it to cool before I put it in its bottle, because the bottle is plastic and I don't want it to leach. These recipes are going friggin' fast. By the way, I'm not adding essential oils into that mixture yet until I bottle it. So I'm gonna wait a little bit on that and go ahead and make this bug repellent, shall we? Where is she? The bottle I'm going to be using is an empty rose water and glycerin bottle that I used up. I'm just gonna be putting a little bug repellent in here, all right? So what we're going to need is to pour the water, the witch hazel, and the glycerin into the spray bottle. So I will need my funnel again. Also, whenever I make products like this, it always calls for distilled water, and I don't have distilled water. So this one calls for that, and I'm just gonna be using regular water, and I'm hoping and praying that it's okay. This is the list of ingredients and ratios that you're going to need. By the way, water, witch hazel, glycerin, I use vegetable glycerin, a spray bottle, and then a bunch of essential oils. And if you don't have all of them, it just says to combine the ones that you do have. So I'm gonna be doing a mixture of some of those today, because I don't have citronella. So I'm gonna need to get some of that, because citronella is one of the main things in like bug repellent candles or bug repellents in general. It's always in there, as well as stuff like eucalyptus, lemon, things that kind of deter the bite. So that's what we're looking for today. Anyways, let's get into this. I have my ½ cup of water in there, and I need my ½ cup of witch hazel. That's a lot of witch hazel, but I use other astringents other than this one, honestly, so it's not terrible for me be using it in this. Oh no, it's going everywhere. Not great at funneling, I will admit. And then the glycerin is what we'll need. This is apparently optional to use this, but I don't know why she would put it in there as an option. I'm just gonna do it. So we just need a teaspoon of glycerin. Moving you guys down over here to do my essential oil party. And the ones I'm going to be using are eucalyptus, lemon, rosemary, and cedarwood. I get most of my essential oils from Plant Therapy. Please sponsor me, Plant Therapy. I love you so much. I use your essential oils every day, and I just would love to do that. Okay, anyways, we need 75 essential oils total in here. So I'm gonna start with lemon and do 15. Oh my God, that's coming out so fast. Okay, that's probably closer to 20 drops, unfortunately. Really got away from myself there. Eucalyptus, 20 of those. Cedarwood. Wouldn't cedarwood attract mosquitoes because it's like the smell of the forest? You would think, but who knows? Okay, so I guess that was closer to 50 drops. And now we'll do 25 of rosemary. All right, now we're just gonna give this guy a good shaking. And then it says to try it out on the front porch or patio. I'll bring you guys out there. Okay, folks, I'm out in the great outdoors. That smells very nice. I guess I just wait here and see if any skeeters come around. Fun fact, there are way less mosquitoes out here in Oregon than there are in my hometown in Georgia. In the South, it's generally very, very humid, and just really the air is thick with mosquitoes and moisture, and it just is like a breeding ground for all of that. So if my mom's watching this, you should make this, all right, for your hikes. Spray. I bet she already has a bug repellent that she uses, that she makes on her own. Anyways, you know, this smells fantastic. I would honestly wear this as a body spray on the daily. So either way, I don't think any mosquitoes are coming in here to bite me this evening. So I'm just gonna go back inside and start the 4th recipe. Okay, this last recipe for this face mask is a herbal honey facial mask from Amy, who is a friend of Heather Lee Hudak, who made this book that I used for the bug repellent last recipe, as well as this one. And I love this book. This is fantastic. If you want to start doing more DIY projects, definitely get this and that homemade book by Alexa Lett. I'll link them both in the description. But I just realized I should have made this first, not last, because I read through and I have to let this mixture rise for a minimum of 2 hours. So when you watch this, obviously you won't have to wait 2 hours, but I will, personally. But anyways, let's just get right into it, okay? What you're going to need for this is some of these powdered herbs. I don't have all of them, so I'm only using the oats and the rose petals. Probably gonna make it, you know, a little bit different than the recipe calls for, but I just don't have those and I really did want to make this. And then you'll need some local honey, a large bowl, a jar with a lid, sandalwood or rose essential oils, and then you'll just follow the steps as I will show you now. Oh shit, I just tripped on my own tripod. So first things first, we are going to mix the herbs and the honey together in a large bowl. So I have my large bowl. It's very large. And, oh, maybe I shouldn't have put that on my head. Well, I'm wearing a bandana and my bandana is probably cleaner than my head, so don't even worry about a thing. This is only going on my face, no one else's, I don't think. I mean, unless Finley wants to do this later. I doubt it. I'm gonna do 3 teaspoons of each of these things. 3, there's my oats. All of this rose I harvested from our bush that we have outside, and now it's not producing anymore. So I'm grateful that I did this when I did. Yeah, 3, okay. And now it calls for 2 ounces of honey, AKA 4 tablespoons. Oh, there's still dish soap in here. We don't want that on our face. No, 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 no. Washing that right out. So we stir this all together. Okay, it says that to put this into a jar, cover it, and then let it sit in a warm place for a minimum of 2 hours. So right now, our mixture looks like this. I feel like I should have cut up the rose petals, but that's okay. This is a cool recipe for a face mask. I've heard that honey is great for your skin, but never used it myself. So I'm excited for this honey oat rose number. I feel like this will be really good for me. Okay, I'm just making sure all my plant matter is out of there. Cover it and let it sit in a warm place now. Where is warm? The sun. Now, it's 5 p.m. now, so I will see you guys at 7 p.m. All right, and we will check on our little number over there. This is where I placed it, right in the windowsill next to some rose quartz. It's just gonna hang out for 2 hours. See you then. All right, folks, it is now 3 hours and 13 minutes later since I last spoke to you. We went on a little date, so that's why I am an hour later coming back to this mask recipe as planned, but totally fine. I'm sure it didn't matter in the end of things. It said 2 hours minimum, so 3 hours was probably for the best. Look at it. All of the plant matter rose to the top of the honey like it was supposed to do. But while I was away, I made these labels for not only this one, but I also made the labels over this rosewater one, just because I have this thing where like I constantly use old tuppers for new things, and then people are like, oh, an Earth Balance butter container. I'm sure that has butter in it. And I'm like, no, it's just an old cinnamon roll in there. So hence the labels, they're very helpful. But yeah, I really like this one. I'm so happy about this. Also, when I was wearing this perfume, I wanted to say that when I was putting it on, it like felt weird on because of the castor oil. It kind of had like a stickiness to it, but that dried after a period of time. And also the reviews are in from Finley, and he said,
"You come in and say, freaking primo, that stuff was smelling good."
He loved it. The reviews are in. Love it. Okay, now we have to mix the herbs that have risen to the top of the surface back into the honey. Add the essential oil and mix well before using. 10 drops of rose essential oil. You can also use sandalwood if you so please. This smells magnificent. So now I'm gonna test out the product a little bit, because what would this face mask video be if I didn't put the friggin' face mask on, you know? So because this is honey based, I really gotta keep the hair back. So I'm already one step of the way there, having my bandana on. So it says cover the entire face with a thin layer of the mask and wait 15 to 20 minutes. The mask won't dry, it will stay moist. Remove it with a warm, damp washcloth and behold, beautifully refreshed skin. So I'm gonna put just like a spoonful of this in my hand and add on a thin layer. That was me doing quotes. Oh wait, I forgot to take my glasses off. Oh, this is horrible. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I think rose essential oil might be my new fave. I dropped an oat on my dress. Maybe that's why they said thin layer, so it's not melting off my warm skin. I definitely should have just cut up the roses and chopped them and not put whole petals into this recipe. So note to self, in the future if I make this. It feels really cool though. Who would have thought me at 22 be filming myself in my kitchen spreading honey all over my face? What a life. What a life. Gorgeous. Simply beautiful. Okay, now we wait 20 minutes. And in the notes on this mask, it says that this will keep for a year if it's stored in a cool, dry place. So I'm gonna put it in my cupboard where I keep all of my other things like this. Okay, now, obviously the shampoo has cooled since the last time we spoke of her. And I think that it asked for 15 drops of essential oils. I'm gonna do 8 of lemon. Okay, that was 9. And then of lavender. I love a lemon lavender moment, so I decided to do that. So I'll do 6 of these. Now we just funnel this bad boy right in there. This smells magnificent. Cheers. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit less than 20 minutes once I've wiped all of the gunk off my face. Literally gunk. It's very sticky. Are you guys seeing this? This is some really soft skin. I have like one problem area right now because I'm on my period. But other than that, my skin is looking fantastic. And this was a really fun video to do. I really liked this mask, honestly. It was very like nourishing, makes my skin feel really soft and sleek and just really nice. It's a moisturizing mask more so than like a suck everything out of your pores and get all the gunk out kind of mask, you know? But I really enjoyed it, so I'm probably gonna be using this one up a little bit more. I'm gathering all of my supplies over here. Wonderful work today, might I add. Please let me know in the comments down below if you make one of these or you make all of these or what you made and what you liked. I'm excited to put this in my guest bathroom for anybody to use and for me to be continuing to use my bug repellent, and this is probably going to be my new signature scent, and I can use my face mask maybe once a week or whenever I please, and this was just so fun. I love doing this stuff so much and I hope you guys like seeing it. This was highly suggested for me to do, to make more bath and body products and show you guys how to do the same. So comment down below what you want me to make next, whether it be, I don't know, like a soap or a lotion or another face mask or something like that. I don't friggin' know. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Ring the notifications bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload. And until the next upload, stay smiling. Bye guys.